Yo. What's up? Kelsar, hello. Gerbo, congratulations on taking first in the duo division. Today's heat. See you in the finals. What's going on? My EMP was super helpful for the FHC, really? Works for me. Guys duking it out. Well, I suppose that's what the FHC is for. That's literally its entire job, so that's good. Wasn't gonna... Although it came close, I wasn't gonna win any races. But, definitely got rid of a lot of your competition, which is good. Guess that's the whole idea, huh? Well, you know, had some... There was a lot of debris that caused some serious issues. I think I had 3 total collisions. One of them was fatal. I should have played it a little more carefully the first time I noticed it, but I got a little tunnel vision, and it got me. Still pulled it out, though. You know, we'll have to be more careful championship day. Yeah, I mean, so what myself and my wife were doing essentially was she would say, ready, and I would give her the go ahead for the EMP blindness when I was at a point where I knew it wouldn't affect me that much and try to maximize the effect on everybody else. Yeah, the debris is a problem. Yeah, if it's not in the right... If it's in a shadowy area, it's really bad. Alright guys, well... Looks like Gerbo got the upper hand there in the battle. Somebody was damage sponging. Yeah, we're doing Cutters in the Snake Pit today with XGR. If you haven't signed up already, I don't think it's too late. At discord.gg/XGR. I'm going to be racing this cow along with like 30 other people or something. Should be fun. Going to be a shorter-ish stream today. Got to go trick-or-treating later. And I have a Halloween party after that. So... But I wanted to give you guys a nice first-person perspective of the race today. I couldn't do it for Scarlet Apex. I just had, you know, with my wife being on the streaming PC, it just wasn't going to happen. What's my costume? I don't have one. I'm just going to go as myself. I'm just going to have to explain to people that, hey, the only thing I have is my con outfit because, you know... I did not have time to prepare for this. So, I'm just gonna go in this nice little jacket. Hopefully have some alcohol and then call it a night. I am exhausted. It's been a long... I mean, we're a week removed from CitizenCon. I don't think I've fully recovered yet. Plus, you know, Scarlet Apex did take a lot out of me, so this is going to be more of a fun race for sure. I'm still going to try to win, but, like, I don't feel like I'm on top of my game right now. This is... wow, this thing's sluggish. Say the least. What's up, Cromtac? Sounds good, Gerbo. Yeah, Scarlet Apex is pretty intense. Very much so. I tried my best to whack you a couple times. I couldn't do it. I knew that was going to be the case, too. The Fury is just too small. I think I got you at the EMP a couple times, but there's no way I was going to land any shots. So, that's what that's for, though. I'm not going to be carrying so much about hitting other ships on championship day. I'm really only going to be focusing on ships in my division. But it was fun to take shots. Yo, Grant, what's up? The best blindfold, I know. It's bad. What do you mean? I've always had sunglasses on. They were just invisible before. That's my secret, guys. It's my secret. You're not racing with sunglasses, or are you even racing? Yeah, Grant, you did good in that F8C. It was scary, definitely. I was explained to my wife, like, hey, you know, we're gonna try to avoid that as much as we can. It worked out. It worked out. I knew I'd be able to get away from you if you were on target, and I knew it would be kind of pointless to really hammer on you because of those 2 size 2 shields. So it's just like, it's just best if we avoid each other. It's really hard to stay on targets while shooting. And what I mean by staying on target is, of course, staying on your race line. It's hard to stay on your race line while shooting. Very difficult. I'm constantly maximizing the vector, so, you know, I gotta be constantly tricording. So my ship's always rotated to my projected tricord vector. So it's very difficult to land shots while doing that unless you have a turret. That's right. I think next week we're gonna have Dollar Store back. Dollar Store couldn't make it this week, so I had my wife sub. I think we might switch back to a turreted ship. I mean, the EMP was cool, but not really that effective. It was cool to have the option of the Antares. For somebody who doesn't really play the game, my wife, right? So we just did a quick training session yesterday where it's like, okay, you know, you're gonna press right click and get it charged. When it's fully charged, you're gonna let me know, and then I'll give you the go-ahead to deploy. And it worked out really well. But without me constantly staying on target, we weren't gonna really knock anybody out unless it was just by happenstance. I might have gotten a few good hits on people for sure, but I don't think it was like anything too good. What's up, Med? Well, it's also really hard to get through size 2 shields versus size 1 shields, right, Grant, you know? There's a lot more HP going on there. So, taking down a size 2 ship with that much movement, size 2 shield ship with that much movement going on is difficult. A size 1 shield? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Tasty. If you could hit them, if they're big enough to hit. Those sabers, for example, were nice targets. Thank you, Kill Redbeard. Good job today. You were really giving Kronzi a heart attack during the commentary. You and Gerbo going at it was quite the show. Excuse me. I don't know what my fastest lap time has been. Let's take a look. 1:08? That's so bad. A minute 8. It's really bad. Yeah, the Ravens were, you know, unfortunately had like all the disadvantages of having big cross section, but also smaller shields, right? Because I don't think Sabres have 3 shields anymore, right? They used to. What's up, Freezy? Yo, Papa 30, Oscar Mike, let's go. Uh-oh. Woo, that was close. I should probably try oversteering a little bit more with this thing, but man, it doesn't want to do that. It really doesn't. Not a 108 again. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. We're 1 week removed from CitizenCon. I have not recovered. I still miss the LA weather. But we out here. We out here. What time is it? It's 1:19. We got about 40 minutes until we gotta get ready for the snake pit race. Let me double check everything with XGR and make sure that we're good to go there. Yeah, we got a little bit still. Spend more than a week there and you'll want to go back home. We tried to stay away from like downtown and we hung out a lot on like Manhattan Beach. It was nice. The butter race. Oh, Cutter.
TSC has subscribed.
I didn't. Oh man, this thing has VTOLs, doesn't it? Shit. Tint. E for the 16-month sub, much appreciated. What's going on? Tint likes to go fast. Ask him about going fast, by the way. Okay, so that's something to think about then. What button is my VTOLs? Oh boy. Is it landing gear? Is landing gear good? No. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. It's K, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to, I'm gonna have to bind that to a joystick key, for sure. Oh man, look at that. Oh god. Okay, we can, oh fuck. It's a good thing I started to practice early, huh? Alright, let's bind that to a key on my joystick, that makes sense. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's see. I didn't even consider the VTOLs. Configurations on 18, so we'll take that off for now. We'll switch it to VTOLs. It's not too bad for me. Okay. So how fast does it rotate is the question. About 2 seconds. Okay. Let's just do a little bit of experimenting. That's the landing gear. Oh god, okay, yeah, yep. Yeah, that's good, okay. Shit. Oh man, that fucks everything up. Oh my god, look at it go! Oh yeah, that's busted as hell. Okay. Look at that shit. Oh my god, dude. Timing is gonna be everything, but like, damn. Look at us go. Holy shit. We're gonna be so fast. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're gonna be able to survive some of that. How does it fly with one of these? I bet it's really bad. Oh, you know what? Okay, so at least this has the tech to auto-balance itself to some degree. That's good. It's not the end of the world. Honestly, like I could make this work if I had to. I'd probably stop using VTOLs at this point, maybe, but one engine. There's the VTOLs. Yeah, it's a little hard to control with the VTOLs with only one, but it's tolerable just staying in normal mode. Definitely some veer to the broken side a bit, but all I gotta do is let off the throttle and I can fix that. All right, let's reset. Interesting. Don't worry about VTOLs, just leave them down and bichord the straight. Ooh, tint. I don't know about that. That's like helicoptering. Let's try it. I'm down to try it. I can tell right away I'm not getting the top speed that I used to. But let's try. And not quite getting the same top speed. The problem is drag, tint. Problem is drag at that point. Like, you just get too much drag from going at that angle. Yo, Stealth Drive, what's up? Pleasure was all mine. Pleasure was all mine. Oh, okay. Cool. So, timing is going to be everything with those VTOLs. Timing is going to be everything. In a pinch. Man, that's good. Really, the proof here is to see if I can get that down to the point where I can beat my best lap time with it. That's the real test here. I think I can if I really try. But oof. I feel like I'm braking too much in the turns. Close. Definitely close. If I use it a little bit later in the turns, like here maybe, and get out of it earlier, I feel like that's the play. But that's one more penguin on my iceberg. So I'm hitting stuff now. I wasn't hitting stuff at all when I was just full forward, so that's something to think about. Realm, what's up? Oh yeah, Stealth Drive. Citizen Con was wild. This is going to be wild. Scarlet Apex was wild. I hope all of you got the chance to see Scarlet Apex earlier today. Myself and my wife placed first in our division. We're going on to the finals next week. Although I believe Dollar Store will be taking a spot back. He couldn't make it this week. So yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that strat, man. I'm still able to get pretty good speed just by slowing down. Like, the turning rate on this isn't that bad. There's only a couple turns where it might be useful. Maybe this one. But, like, the amount of speed I'm losing, I'm not sure it's worth it. Honestly, if I have full boost, maybe. I can really kind of See, I cannot keep control. Yeah, I don't know. That might not be for me. If somebody has practiced this a lot and is really good at it, I can see how they can edge out the competition. But for me, we'll see. We'll see. We'll keep trying. Either way, it's interesting to try. One interesting thing is if you have your top speed going, you don't lose it when you go into VTOL until you go around the turn. So let's see, if I pump full bore here into a big turn like this, VTOLs, that's somewhat worth it. That doesn't feel like it was worth it at all. A new layout, Rum. Nice. Like, keyboard mouse racing layout, or different desk setup? Furies are almost impossible to hit, Tint. In that situation where everyone's in a long circular turn, the Furies are near impossible to hit. EMPs are good for Furies, but you need to coordinate pretty well. And it's not enough to get through the shields and do any damage to components at the same time. Because they still have 2 shields, I believe, so. Which I'm not sure I agree with, honestly. I don't think they should have 2 shields, but, you know. Yeah, I'm not down with the VTOL. I'm not down with it. I'm not feeling it. I feel like the Snake Pit, if this were Yadar Valley, maybe. Snake Pit's turns are gradual enough that I think tricording and staying on TVI is going to be just going to be a little bit better, at least for me. Oh yeah, Ron? That's interesting. Curious to know what's different about it. You should send me like a picture or something in Discord. Alright, we got a half hour to event start here. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. What's our best lap so far? We have a 108 still, 108.27. I'm not sure I could beat that. We're gonna try. I mean, really, I need to slow down around these turns as much as I can. You know, there's got to be a fine balance here to be able to do that. Let's do a slow lap here. That's fascinating. I guess most used letters is, I guess that's sort of subjective to what you're doing, right? If you're gaming, you'd have a different home row than something else. I've always suggested to people who want to race, or are just starting to race and want to do a keyboard mouse, to have, to stop putting buttons that are never used together on opposite sides. You know what I mean? So like if you're strafing with your A and D keys, that's not very efficient because you could be doing different things with those keys. Instead, you're just not, right? So my suggestion is if you're strafing left and right, it should be on like D and E on the same side. And if you're rolling left and right, it should be on Q and A, or vice versa, because those fingers can then do things simultaneously. You basically get an extra axis for free. It's a little counterintuitive to what, you know, FPS is, but technically you get an extra axis for keyboard, which is super helpful because you're, you know, digital as is. So that way you have your forward, back, left, right, and roll all with all controlled by a single finger instead of 2 fingers. I know it hurts spiritually because, again, you think of it as FPS, but, you know, really, that's 1 axis per finger instead of, you know, axes split to 2 fingers. Doesn't make any sense. You can't do it. Like, I can't roll left and strafe left at the same time unless I, like, fat finger both of those keys, and that's really awkward for, you know, a keyboard. So, it just makes sense if you could have 1 finger per axis on the keyboard. You know, your up-down could be space and alt, both by your thumb. You know, and so on and so forth. Just get a membrane keyboard, no longer awkward. What do you mean? Like the old school keyboards? Exactly, yeah, tint. I mean, like I said, if it was somebody brand new, basically, I'd be like, yo, try this. Get that muscle memory right off the bat. Now, you could retrain your brain to do anything. You'd be surprised the flexibility of the human mind. If you really wanted to do it, you could do it. You know? I've relearned my control scheme many times over. Many, many times. In fact, I just had to do it recently. The nasty keyboards that nobody wants, just use it for racing. Interesting. Well, I'm curious how that's different from a mechanical keyboard in terms of like what we were talking about. Now, I can see like an analog keyboard, like one of those ones that have a laser sensing how far you're depressing the key, like the Razer Huntsman. So that way, technically, an axis has multiple levels, right? You push the key a little bit, you go forward a little bit. You push it all the way down, you go full throttle. That is interesting concept for, you know, for racing. That way you have analog control like you would with a joystick, but you're just controlling them with your fingers. How would you live without obnoxious clicking? I use cherry browns, so that's kind of how I get around that. What's up, Herbie? Good show today, Herbie. You and your turret gunner were nasty. It was good stuff. We definitely took a lot of shots from you guys. It was especially scary in the last half for us because we lost our shields completely. That component got blown off, so we were just trying to be fast and aggressive. You did, yeah, it was good. Very good, Herbie. Vanguard's an interesting choice because you have the best of all worlds, kind of. Like, the turret itself isn't very powerful, but it is very harassing, and you also have the EMP, right? Most of your power on the Vanguard is front, though, and I think that's kind of the downfall of it, because if you're trying to maximize your vector, it's really difficult to get shots on your nose off, unless you're, like, fully gimbaled or auto-gimbaled or something. Even then, it's difficult. Because if you're always maximizing tricord and 0G, it's impossible to get shots on. Either maneuvering or you're shooting. You're not doing both. Unless you're an absolute god. Yeah, I mean, it's different when you have shields, right? Like, we lost the component. It completely was gone. So there's nothing I could do. We just had no shields for the last, like, 30 laps. If I would have got an EMP, it would have been very dangerous. Yeah, using the EMP as like a blindfold was a pretty good strat. I mean, I got used to it pretty quick, and we definitely practiced with it yesterday, so I was ready for it at any time. I know it definitely screwed some people up. Yes, the Scorpion P has the same visual bug, yes. The Scorpius Antares is nice because it has a virtually no cooldown on the EMP and has the longest range EMP. But, you know, by itself, it's still not powerful enough to really stop even the smallest ships. It's definitely scary, you know, but it makes you think. It's more psychological than anything else. And it was great for my wife because she doesn't play this game, so just having her right-click and time it right was good. Yeah, the problem is hitting the Fury LX, right? try to hit it around corners as best you can, but that's where the pip is most unpredictable, even though you're slowest. Good, yeah, I mean, it was so... Divisionally speaking, primary targets should have been, for me and Spare No Pixel, should have been you and Legacy Fleet, should have been our primary targets, but it didn't work out that way for a lot. I forgot that, things are going to be ranked divisionally, so I'm just like, yeah, let's just kill everything. But yeah, like, it was easiest to keep up with you. It was easiest to keep up with the other Scorpius, obviously. Like, our accelerations are so similar. So I was able to try to nail you guys as much as I could, but I don't think I shut anybody off. I definitely contributed to Kestrel getting shut off once. I think the F8C did that job. Or the Hammerhead. Hammerheads were pretty scary if you got close to them. If they coordinated their fire good. Yeah, EMP should be scary to you, because that's the only thing that can hit you, Gervo. But again, like, in the actual championship, the only people who should be gunning for you with EMPs are people in your division, and I'm not sure anything other than Furies and Archimedes made it to the finals, right? What ships are in the finals for Duo? I didn't look yet. Let's see. There's not too many surprises in the turret division. Fury LX and F8C. Well, yeah, for you, but I mean for the other heats. Are you telling me there's going to be 3 F8Cs on the track? Is that what you're trying to say? Everyone else is Fury, so there's going to be 5 Furies and an F8C. Am I reading that correctly? That's gonna be so miserable. At least I don't have to worry about anything else shooting me except for the F8C. So that means it's open season for the F8C. Like, if I were you guys, I would just practice shooting Furies over and over again all week. You might as well. I mean, that's your ticket to victory, is just taking out the competition with that F8C. Like, oh man, what could you do? There's no distortion scatterguns under size 4, are there? Because if there is, I would consider it. Because like a good close shot on a Fury trying to make a pass with scatterguns might be pretty good. Might be. I finally hit something, guys. See if I got any faster laps during that. No. Man, this thing is a cow. Let me check my Discord messages real quick. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting for sure. I have no real reason to shoot at anything other than, the other ships in my division. But, if that F8C starts shooting at me, we're gonna have to defend ourselves. Alright, what do we got here? Well, I'm looking at those screenshots now. That is insanity. That makes my brain hurt. It makes sense, but damn. You'll have to tell me how much faster that is. It definitely makes sense for the type of keyboard you have. No, it's not about taking people out as much as this scaring them and making them crash into things, Yo, Space Chameleon, thank you so much. It was a blast. Literally. I would have liked one less crash, because we only crashed once, but that debris was everywhere. It was very difficult to see and avoid. Yeah, exactly, Herbie, yeah. Even though it's not, I didn't have to do it very often, really, because, size 2 shields were pretty good, in good shape. Most of the time, but you're right, it does force you to think about your power triangle, and that's especially detrimental to the smaller ships. Don't have as big of a boost pool. So for the Furies, that's going to be terrifying. Yeah, so Grant the Sandman just needs to get good at hitting Furies. That's it. All week, that's all you should be doing. Get a bunch of your buddies from your org in there and Furies and just fly around Scarlet Apex and let Grant go to town. Neojet, what's up? I don't think so, Neojet. No, I tried it. I'm not getting as much as I wanted to out of that. I slow down way too much on the turns if I VTOL. I think I could do fine with just tricording, honestly, and slowing down a bit. Like, this thing doesn't turn that bad. If it were Yadar Valley, it might be more worth it because it's a little tighter. But these turns are gradual enough most of the time that I'm not really saving any time with the VTOLs. Somebody who's really good at it might actually be able to edge out a second or two, but not me. I have not spent any time practicing that, so I'm not doing it. Like even in that turn, I kept more speed than I would in a VTOL. You definitely get your vector back on faster in the VTOL, but I lose overall speed. I should be slowing down more for this turn there. That's something I gotta get used to is braking. Gotta brake really good. Manual braking. That's gonna be the winner. What's up, Gator? Gator, did you catch the race earlier? It was wild. If you guys didn't, it's up. The VOD is up at twitch.tv/Anzia Racing. ANZIA Racing. It was awesome. Of course, Croncy and Red Monster did an awesome job commentating as usual, as well as EchoBit. Gentleman Jez ran a tight ship, Euro Trucker as well. It's great, great show. It's hard to believe the Cutter's a year old already, huh? Right? Because it came out in IAE last year, didn't it? If I recall correctly. Yeah, weird stream today. We're gonna stream the Cutter at the Snake Pit race, and then we are gonna be out of here. Alright, I'm gonna hop in the XGR Discord. I'm gonna keep their comms off, but I need to be listening. Okay. You could do some work with this thing if you really time the boost right. That was a rough turn. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, Dollar Store couldn't make it, so we had Spare No Pixel sub in, so kind of last minute. We did some training yesterday to get Spare No Pixel up to speed on how the Scorpius Antares works. Learn how to do the EMPs and stuff, so it was good. She did well. No complaints. Managed everything back there perfectly. Was able to get through any bugs. Was able to get, once we had our crash, we got back into the ship as quickly as we could. No delays. Other than, you know, the usual Star Citizen bugs. We had a black screen bug. Boy, I'm really trying to maximize the vectors on this as best I can, but yeah, it's like flying a couch. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a couch. I don't know. Big and wide and not aerodynamic. I gotta oversteer more, but it's really hard to even get a normal steer going with this thing. Yeah, 108 is pretty much where I'm getting. Yeah, did you really dream about accidentally hitting Alt F4? Spared out pixel. Yeah, black screen. Well, it's so sometimes, Gator, if you respawn at a place. In our case, it was Grim Hex. You know, there was a bunch of full beds. The game didn't know what to do, so it's just a black screen instead of respawning. So we had to exit the menu, rejoin, and then it worked. It's an adventure. Boost management's going to be interesting in this. I feel like coming out of the turns is going to be the best place to do boost. Get up to about 200 or so and just kind of let it ride out, because I think we get diminishing returns after that. Sorry, I'm trying to get a best lap right now, so I'm kind of concentrating. Just trying to, like, really see what is possible with this thing. I'm not necessarily going to take these lines in the race, but just seeing how far we can push this cow. There we go. So we got a 107. That's a new PB here. 107.56. Oh, gosh. I gotta get a bigger chat box. This restream chat's pretty small on OBS. Let's see what I could do real quick. Sparrow Pixel, we gotta eventually figure out some sort of heat solution up here. I'm so hot with this jacket on. I'm just gonna have to go without it for streaming. With both these, you know what I need to do? I need to vent the heat from these computers out. That needs to happen soon. Like, there's just no getting around it. It's too warm. A kilt? What? Point a fan up your skirt? It's a good idea, actually. Oh. Infinite cold. It's not that cold outside, unfortunately. And for whatever reason, if I open both windows up here, I don't get enough pressure in the room to really cool it off. Yeah, no sweaty balls. That's the worst. What? You know what I need is I just need a G-suit with the cooling inside, right? And then also the leg compression, so I can pretend I'm doing hick maneuvers. I think we did too, Tim. Yeah. It was a great time to be in LA. You missed a cold front? Did you want to be cold? What kind of water ball is this? This is a gallon. As you guys make me hydrate so much, I figure I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the big guns. Live in Houston. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Gotcha. It means normal, comfortable temperatures. If it's full, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty heavy. I wouldn't say, I don't think it's like, actually, I think I know this from D&D. How many pints are in a gallon? 8 pints, right? That's 8 pounds. A pint of water is about a pound, so it's about 8 pounds plus the container. Probably turn the sound back on, huh? I have it on a cooldown, you know. Gator. I think I have it on like a 60-second cooldown so people can't drown me. Yeah. Like, guys, I get it. I need to hydrate, but not that much. Alright. So we got a 107 as our fastest, and I really, really had to push for that. So let's get back in the groove here and see what happens. Getting up to about 200 on the boost is pretty good. That's a good speed to maintain, it seems, while getting enough boost to get around these corners nicely. Nice. Woo! Oh yeah. Does it get tighter than that? I should have canceled the recharge. Actually, this is kind of slow, and I don't know why. I have a lot of boost here for the end, so I'll try to like rip it out here at the very end, but that was actually better. Yeah, 107.27, that's a new PB. That's good. I'm not... God. Listen, as somebody who's had a catheter before, A couple times? That's never gonna happen if I have any control over it. No, it's not fun, guys. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. 112? Well, I mean, that's pretty good. Herbie, I mean, play it safe. This is gonna be carnage. You know, you might be fine with a 112. So. RGB depends. Battery power. Alright, so it's just about 2 o'clock here. The event's going to be getting started. We're going to be pulled into the verse along with XGR. We're gonna let her rip. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get in the back of the pack, honestly. I'm not sure I really want to be in the middle of this at all. If I can line up in the back, I'm going to do it. You know, because like this race is gonna clean up pretty quick. Gonna be a lot of rubbing. So I'd like to fight for my position. I'd rather have the chance of getting on the podium rather than just being deleted on the first turn. I'm not afraid to work for it. I've done it before. Naughty Knitter, hello. Hello. Are we back on catheters again? Gross. This will be interesting. We're close to our best. Nice! 106. Easy. Alright. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling this big stupid thing now. Hey, that's what 45 minutes of practice get you guys. Getting my rhythm, but it's not gonna mean dick because I'm gonna get blindsided by somebody in like turn 2. So it's gonna be. In fact, I should start practicing maximizing my like. Yeah, it's a couch. I'm flying a couch. It's probably gonna be a landed start. So I'm unbinding that VTOL so I don't accidentally hit it. I know better than to allow that to live. It's too close to my gear up, gear down, and we're probably going to be doing a landed start, so we're just going to get rid of that immediately. We'll put it back on the cycle, which I don't think does anything for this ship. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I'm gonna want to like get out there. I don't even know if I want to take this turn wide because I'm definitely gonna get hit there, right? I'm gonna get smashed. I need to take the inside line as fast as I can, if possible. Or I need to take it so... If I end up getting, like, pole position, you know, against my will, I'm gonna want to just, like, go so far to the outside. Or I'm gonna... If I'm definitely, like... If I'm here... Anywhere between here and, like, the inner edge of this starting line, I'm just gonna hug the inside and never leave it, right? So if we end up, like, here... Here's the line I'm gonna take. We're gonna get gear up, and I'm gonna suction cup to this wall and never leave it, right? I'm just gonna be tight because I don't want to get blindsided. And then, you know, hopefully we'll have some separation by this time. If we don't have separation by now, we're never gonna have it, right? God, I'm probably gonna stay suction cup to the inside wall all the way until the pinch. Right about here, we should have enough separation to be somewhat safe, hopefully. Using a lot of boost, but like we have to use boost. We have to just drain it at the beginning because it's just not safe. Now, if I start in the middle, that's the worst possible place we could start. So let's just imagine we're starting in the middle of the pack. So let's just pretend I'm in the middle of the pack here, like maybe like back here. This is awful, right? I've got people all over me. Here's what I would want to do, you know. Probably stay low, I guess. I don't know, like that's probably the play. Just stay low, I think. So I would just get barely off the ground here and just low fly. Stay as low and unthreatening as possible, and just try to keep altitude at a minimum until I feel some separation. Don't take the inside, don't take the outside, just stay as low as possible. And I'm sure that's not going to be enough. It's basically just going to be luck. And if we take the outside, the last thing we want to do is cross people, right? That's death in this thing. It's too big. So what we're going to want to do, we get the outside starting position here. It's bad, it sucks. We have to stay on the outside wall, really, like really far on the outside. So we got to suction cup to the opposite wall. So we'll just get up, and this is where it's dangerous, right? Because like there's no wall there, so people are gonna be everywhere. Stay outside. Stay really, really far outside. Stay on that wall. Hopefully nobody crashes into us going too fast. That's always a worry. You know, people will be going too fast around that turn. Hopefully there's enough separation by then that I could kind of gauge where I want to go. But, man, it's dangerous no matter what. So, really, we either want to start in the very front or the very back. That would be ideal. Either of those would be fine. I'm going to try to be on the very... If I can't get this position on the inside, I'm going to take the very back. Outside is bad. Yes, Base Addict. It's the ideal position for pole position here is going to be right here. If I had to pick for this race, right here. Now, there's something else to think about too, because if there's somebody who's got a smart aleck idea, right? So if I'm starting over there on the inside line and some smart ass is over here like, I'm going to cut across the inside. So if that happens, he's going to have more time to get up to speed than I will. So there's a possibility he'll catch up to me and we'll collide right here. Right? If he tries to go for that inside line from the outside, that could be bad. Because because of the shape of this, the angle of this starting line compared to the race itself, you know, whoever's starting on the outside has more distance before that turn. So that means that they will have more time to get up to a higher top speed, and that could be very dangerous because I'm going to be somewhat slowing down there, right? And like, unless I am full bore the whole time and just hopefully have enough tricord power to stick to that wall, somebody could hit me. Or if I hear the starting bell late and I'm like 100 milliseconds off the start line, that's enough to kill me. It's like I have to... It's going to be dangerous no matter what. If I don't slow down here and just really hit that tricord, oh, but I have to slow down if I oversteer, right? We want to start that oversteer early to really hug that wall. This could be bad. Could be bad. It's going to be bad. For some people, it's going to be bad no matter what. Approach the first turn third person so you can see more of your immediate surroundings. So if I do that, I won't be able to maximize the TVI, funky. All right. We're probably not allowed to delay also, Base Addict. It's too dangerous. I think they've made a rule against that, because I used to do that. I used to be like, you know what if I just sit on the starting line and just wait for everyone to get the fuck away from me, and then I'll just overtake them one at a time. It used to work fine, but there's sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you hit something, you know? So it's also dangerous for people who are behind you when you're in bigger ships like this, if they want to low fly, and they're expecting you to move and you don't, you know? So I think I could be penalized if I were to wait. It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, I mean, a good third-person cam would be nice. I could see to some degree out the windows, but not really. Tricord will always still be a thing, Base Addict, but in Master Modes it is severely reduced. Like, I think you only get like a 10% increase in Gs overall. There's a CitizenCon panel about this. Yogi specifically talked about it. It used to be you got no benefit at all and it would just flatten your Gs, but they've lessened that up a little bit. Ideally, we'd still get it in racing ships and just, you know, light fighters wouldn't have it. They'd make it so racing ships are... Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm racing. Hello. I keep track of others I'm trying to... It is hard, Sika. It's not really recommended either. You know, you always want to be focusing on your TVI to maximize your speed. So, you know... No, Base, I'm more than happy to answer questions and to help you get into racing. Yeah. No sweat. That's what you should be here for. I'm here to teach. We should be party launching here pretty soon. We gotta get started soon because I only have until about 4 o'clock and I gotta get out of here, so... Try to participate in as many races as I can. There's a possibility I won't be able to make it for the finals. I'm just here to have fun, so... Just a third-person flying just for fun. Yeah, well, you know, today's about fun. I just don't have time to probably sit for the whole event today. Unfortunately. My weekends are almost always very, very crowded. Uh-oh. Also spoiler. So, About Pyro, guys. Man. For those at CitizenCon who had a chance to play it, what'd you think? What'd you think? I think it's a cool place. You know what it reminds me of? I was thinking of this yesterday when redacted. It reminds me of Daisy a lot, right? But so far in Pyro, all those little like outposts on the ground, like the little villages and stuff, no armistice zones. All the loot and all the missions without the armistice zones, right? There's very few armistice zones in Pyro. So that makes me think it's going to be more like a Daisy type gameplay experience, right? Where you're always going to be on your toes, you always going to be watching your back. You never know if somebody's waiting for you. You know, got to use the tools at your disposal, have a team with you. It feels good. It feels like it's going to be a nice new gameplay experience. You know, like if you want to go loot box hunting in Pyro, you're not just going to be like floating around to different armistice zone outposts like you do in Stanton. You're going to be at risk all the time, and hopefully the loot box rewards are reflecting that. That's interesting. Interesting to think about. Right now it is CK, yeah. There's still some good things that are worth looting. You know, if you're into combined arms military operations, like being able to find railguns, missile launchers, grenade launchers. There are certain scopes you can only find as loot that are really good, like certain telescopic scopes for your sniper rifles. So there's reasons to loot, especially if you're into, you know, combat gameplay. Eventually, the plan is to be able to loot ship components, and there'll be, you know, super powerful, rare ship components that are only available from looting or some other means. All right, I'm gonna grab a quick snack before this race starts. This is a good time to take a quick break. You guys can enjoy blowing each other up in the fish tank. We're going through the race briefing now. We should be launching here momentarily, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Yo, is that an erect pigeon? What's up, brother? Welcome, welcome. This is my fish tank. It's my AFK screen, essentially. I was downstairs getting a snack. Made this in Unity, along with the whole... Everything, actually, you see is in Unity. I have the whole stream running through a Unity app. Pigeon, I think it was Miss Gabby. That said, I think you were somewhat interested in racing? Did I hear that correctly? Somebody told me. Yeah. Well, hey, just let me know if you have any questions, you know. I know you're old school, you know, Star Citizen just like me. You've been here for a while, so if you have any questions about the weird racing meta that currently exists and is going to be deleted before Master Modes, just let me know. There's going to be a fun race today. We're about to do the cutters at the Snake Pit. It's going to be interesting. Anytime. Anytime. Mustang's hard to hit, just like in the real game, you know? It's really, really tricky to hit. I do have the weapons converging to some degree. Mustang's wicked. Just killed that Scorpius. Yeah, one of these days I gotta get in there and improve this a little bit. Add some missiles, add some flares and chaff. It'll be fun. Hopefully we'll be launching here real soon. I really want to get this race started because I don't have too much time today. I'm hoping to get a couple mains in before I have to go, get some points on the board, but it might not come to pass. I'd be surprised if we got through the qualifiers before I had to go. We'll see. These things unfortunately take a lot of time. You have an F8 added yet? No, I don't. Super low drop rate or something? I mean, if there's an F8 model I can grab off the internet or rip from the game files, I might add it, you know. Eventually the plan is to, like, you could use channel points to upgrade your ships, or maybe you'll get ship upgrades from, like, killing other people and stuff. Alright, here we go. Let's rock. Congratulations, Base Addict. First place there, Sika in second. And it looks like Funky? Funky in third? Somebody was a good damage sponge. For Base Addict. Usually it's the Scorpius. Hacks. Alright, we're loading in. It's time, baby. Let's get this cow out of storage and get down to the pit. So I didn't have a cutter, and I didn't have enough money in store credit to get one. So I had my Argo cargo from the referral thing last year. I think the Luminala referral rewards. So I just upgraded it to a cutter for 10 bucks. Because like if I'm gonna get an Argo cargo in game, it's like, what is it, like 80,000 credits, and a cutter's like 600,000. Like, but like real world price are $10 apart. So like, why would I have an Argo cargo in my hangar? You know, Drake cutter. All right. Yeah, I think it's a smart upgrade. I mean, like, owning an Argo cargo is fine if you're a real enthusiast, but like, really, I'm pretty sure you can get it with your starting cash if you go to Lorville. So it's like kind of one of the silliest ships to own, if you ask me, considering how cheap it is in game. I mean, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and take all the heavy stuff off this to get us a little more speed, just like we did in Arena Commander. There's no point in having it. We'll keep the shields on just in case somebody gets a little antsy out there. So. Yeah, I guess, Cromtech. All those people who have your Idrises, you get an Argo cargo for free, I guess, right? That's the lore. I had to take the jacket off. Yeah, free, right? Just like you get a Grey Cat for free if you pledge $300 for a Constellation. I wouldn't exactly call that free. But anyway, how the heck do I get into this thing? Is it only rear access? Does it have a door access? No. Like the Avenger. I love the Avenger's like cockpit access. That's the coolest thing about it, honestly. Wow. Why does every Drake ship have a different button panel? Like, are we ever gonna get this to be uniform? Like, they're different on every goddamn ship. Is this gonna be the final one? Like, the one in the Corsair is different from this one, which is different from the one in the Cutlass. Like, why? Why? Can we standardize these button panels? I mean, canonically that checks out, right? Drake just uses spare parts. I guess. It seems like they use spare parts.
You are clear to launch.
Apple II looking ass MFDs. My favorite slogan for Drake is Drake. It's Drake. That's all you need to know. By the way, happy birthday, Drake, the rapper. October 24th. He turned 37 this year. Congratulations, Drake.
Thank you.
The rapper, not Drake the manufacturer. All right, we'll just let the very reliable working map tell me how to get to Cleo the fastest. All right, he wants me to go to that OM. Can do. I hope Drake has a 3D radar. You think? I don't mind the 2D radar that much, honestly. You know, hot take, but like it doesn't bother me at all. It really doesn't. Like, if you know how to use it, it's fine. Now, if the 3D radar eventually ends up getting like LiDAR, like they showed in the Squadron 42 demos and stuff, that'd be great. You know, especially for racing. It's like if I get like a decent resolution LiDAR where I can see where the other ships are in relation to me and see like detail about them on the 3D radar, that would be really good. All right. If I can like really zoom in on the radar and have high fidelity and be able to know what's around me and how close, rather than like the really far distance radar by default. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. The upper quadrant is what's above you, the lower quadrant is what's below you, and the left quadrant is what's to your left, the right quadrant is what's to your right, and the outer circle in all of those same directions is what's behind you. You know? It's not too hard to understand. I can get why it bothers you, though. It's really dark. I don't like this. Yeah, that's how it works. This sucks. This has the Drake cockpit syndrome. Notice how much brighter it is outside of the ship versus inside the ship. Because of all these stupidly bright cockpit lights, it makes everything around me in the world very, very dark. So that sucks. I'm gonna do something everyone's gonna hate. That's way better. I have to use it. I have to use the night vision, guys. It's gonna be impossible to see otherwise. It's just Drake cockpit syndrome. This is at least tolerable. I'll leave it off until we race, but... yeah, it's so much better outside the ship. If I have a far enough lead, I might just go into third person. These anemic-ass headlights won't do anything. What feature was that? It's a reshade. It's not a feature, it's a third party. Works for a whole bunch of games. I believe the website's reshade.io. I'm not sure. You just Google reshade. It basically just modifies, it's just post-processing is all it is. So this is essentially the same as me just cranking the gamma and changing the tint. But that just takes too long, so I have reshade do it for me, right? It's all just post-processing. No, so it's not actually in-game night vision. That doesn't exist. So it's not like I'm actually able to improve the brightness of what's being seen. What I'm doing is just in post improving the brightness of what's output to the monitor. So it does help a little bit with a little bit of sharpness, and you know, some colors are easier to see generally. So what that particular setting does is it pretty much desaturates everything but red. And here's a fun fact about the human eye. The human eye is able to discern black and white lines, hard lines, better in your peripheral vision than color. Color is best processed by the eye in the center of your vision. So when we're racing and you want to know hard edges of barriers and where things are in your peripheral vision, having good hard lines is useful. Your rods in your eyes, the rods and cones, your rods are more condensed on the outside of your vision, whereas your cones that process the color on the inside. So a little bit of a weird biological science for you there when it comes to, you know, processing objects around you. That's why sometimes, like, you ever notice if you're walking around in the dark, it's easier for you to see sort of out of your peripheral vision? That is because of the same phenomenon. Because you do have more of the hard line detecting parts of your eyesight in your periphery. How much of a difference would taking off your sunglasses make? Not too much. I have my well, in order to use this, I have my brightness cranked on the monitor, right? But stick them on for a little bit. This is good. I mean, you know, when push comes to shove, I can always just put them back on when it's daylight, but with the brightness cranked as it is, I can actually kind of see okay, and with this on, this is tolerable. This is usable. I still hate how bright this cockpit is. I mean, it's even easier to see the contrast of the cockpit when you have it in this mode. It's literally like, it's just too much. If these cockpit lights were dimmed, I wouldn't have to do anything, because the game has mechanics that dim your vision depending on how much brightness is in your eyes. Because of the extreme contrast between outside and inside, basically my character's irises are shutting, which is making it harder to see the darkness. And it's a disappointment. Like, those were some of the things I was hoping to see at CitizenCon for quality of life, and of course we didn't get any, because usually, per the usual at CitizenCon, the only thing they show are hype things and future features. They never show much quality of life, but they did show some this year. But hold on, I'm getting directed around here, so let me take a quick listen to Discord. Qualifiers are happening one at a time. Oh my goodness. Interesting. Yeah, the map was a nice quality of life. But what I really wanted to see was two things. I wanted to see ejecting quality of life. It's a stupid way to kill a gameplay loop that could add a lot of immersive gameplay. And I wanted to see cockpit light dimming. That seems so silly that they haven't implemented that yet. Here, my music's bumping a bit, so we're gonna go ahead and tone that down just a touch so I could hear Discord a little better. There we go. Is there light controls for the room on the door panel? For the room? Maybe. We could try that. It's not going to really help with the cockpit, though. In fact, that might make it worse. That might make it worse, because that'll just add more contrast to the lights in the cockpit. We'll try it, though. He's doing it alphabetically for the qualifiers, so I got a while. I can sit here and fool around. And I honestly cannot tell if it's doing anything. Oh, okay. That seemed like it turned off some stuff. It blinked for a little bit, which I guess is just canonically Drake. We could turn off the rest as well, right? I hate that it flickers for that long. Like, what are these lights? What is this? Oh, it's the shoylet. Nice, nice. Let's turn off the lights in here. And we could probably turn off the lights back here. Why would a light have like a 10-second flicker before turning off, dude? That's so Drake. This looks off. I think, yeah, okay. Let's see if this helps. It might make things worse. We'll see if it helps. Because, unfortunately, it's the MFD lights. This shit is what makes things bad, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not really noticing too much of a difference. Let's try this. Yeah. Maybe it's a little better. Along the edges, at least. Server's got some serious lag. We might be in 30k city here soon. Like, that was like a 2 or 3 second delay. Server FPS is bouncing between 2 and 8. Ping is 10. Bandwidth in is... I guess it's about standard. Some thread somewhere is having trouble. 2 lights above seem off? Yeah, they're definitely off. I'm just wondering how much of a different... Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is bad. Maybe it was better. But yeah, in reality, what you'd want to do here is pretty much dim everything, right? I'd want the HUD to be dimmed. I'd want the MFDs to be dimmed. Even the alert lights would be dimmed to some degree, because it's just like your car. When you turn on your car lights on your dashboard, what happens? You turn on your car's headlights, your dashboard lights dim because you're in nighttime mode, because it just makes your eyes adjust to the brighter light. And that's exactly what's happening here. So. Qualifier is a rolling start. I'm getting lined up then. Luigi's having a little bit of reluctance doing his hot lap. I believe in you, Luigi. Shout out to Luigi, our race director. I met Luigi, Steve CC, Tint, Mad Cat, and is that everybody? There was one more, wasn't there, Strano Pixel? I want to say like Noodle something. I feel bad. Mad Cat. It's just been a long week and I don't remember everybody. See you, Base Addict. Thanks for sticking around. Hell yeah. I'm glad you found it. I'm glad you came over from YouTube. Oh, this is awful. Okay. Oh man, look at all these bright ass blips. So what's happening right now is everyone's lining up for qualifiers. I'll turn on the yeah, should I do that? I'm not going to turn on the comms for security purposes, but what's happening is Steve CC is calling each of us one at a time to do a qualifying lap rolling start. So you can see there's a couple racers on the track right now. They're just going as fast as they can to determine pole position, essentially, and the starting grid. Speed weed. Makes you wonder if I should do really good or really bad. Where do I want to be here? Where do I want to be? Because if I do mediocre, I'm going to end up somewhere in the middle. Oh, excuse me. Been a long day, guys. That race this morning was a lot of adrenaline all at once. That really takes a lot out of you. This is going to be a little more laid back. I can't do that, Spinning Pixel. I can't. Now we'll go for pole position. Hello there, Lothmer. What's up, Lothmer? Thank you for helping us practice yesterday. We took first place in our division, so we're heading to the finals next week. Yeah, it was good. We caused chaos, and we were nice and fast. Kept everything together, recovered from a couple errors, and we lived. I got that S name, so I'm waiting. It's alphabetical. Get lined up nicely here. That's about where we want to be. We're gonna come in like a bat out of hell. We know what to do for a hot lap. We know what to do. I know what to do. I can fucking see anything. I know what to do. I just need to be able to see once I'm down there. Headlights on. Daytime can't come soon enough here. Almost. I think it's gonna be Speedweed and then me. Solden, Speedweed, and then Splin. These people don't know how far back you should be. We're gonna get that top speed up. We're gonna rip it and kill ourselves so quickly here. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. All right, let's gear up. Wasn't already. Let's grip it and rip it. Oh no, 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 Solden, no! Here we go. Can we start from wherever with the hot lap? Oh, baby. Speedweed is resetting. It didn't know where he was going. We can see the sun cresting up over the pink-ass horizon over there. Which actually is going to be worse than this. Because for a little bit, you know, with the morning shadows and the evening shadows are slightly more dangerous than pure night. There we go. Ready, baby. Here comes qualifiers. Let's go! Hey, it's not the size of it, it's how you use it. Let's go. We got a 105 there for the qualifiers. We'll see what happens. Now, the reason that's so much higher than what we were doing in Arena Commander is because of the giant rolling start, right? Because in Arena Commander, we were just doing like laps. So essentially, we're staying on the track. Whereas with this giant rolling start that I have here, I was able to shave off another second easily. So, here comes the sun. Hey, got some light. Here comes the Stanton. All right, with the qualifiers done, we're going to be lining up for the starting grid. By the way, guys, the show, I believe, has started. The show has started over at XGR's Twitch channel. So the main event, with all the timings and everything, should be there. There might not be any timings. It might just be commentary. But with the commentary from Black Maze, it's over at twitch.tv/ExtremeGRacing. Twitch.tv/ExtremeGRacing. Is where the main event will be happening. It'll likely still be going by the time I leave. So, we'll see. I have an hour here to get as much done as I can. But I don't think we're going to get all of the main events done in an hour. We'll see. I'm going to try to get as many points on the board as I can before then. Oh, man. It's like a rodeo. I thought that was a radar dish. Is it a spoiler? Wow. Disappointing. There's some stuff that I shouldn't be broadcasting in XGR's Discord right now. Anyway, we're getting ready for the main event one here. Steve CC is putting together the starting grid, and we'll be ready to race here in a sec. See, now, this is what I was talking about earlier. You could see here, we've got a little bit of sunshine, but it's even darker than it really was at night because it's just too shadowy. There's no direct light yet. So with the giant shadows cast across the pit, it's not any better, really. In fact, with this much ambient light, but no direct light, it makes this practically unusable, right? So we're in this kind of weird spot, and this happens at twilight and at dawn, where it's actually the worst possible time to be racing. So, but in like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, it should be high enough that it's what you'd normally see in Arena Commander, barring any like really bad storms, which does happen here. Luigi. Okay, so we just got the word back for the starting grid, at least top 3. Myself, and then Kyrexy, and then Osashes. Osashes. Been a long time since we've been able to race against Osash. Okay, what I'm going to need to do here... Hold on a second. I think we're doing a second round of qualifiers. I guess. So I'm going to go and... yeah, maybe I just won't. But yeah, I'm just not. I'm going to sit this one out. Now what I have here, because I'm on wireless headset and I've noticed there's a noticeable delay when I'm hearing the starting bell, is I have a wired headset here, a Logitech Pro, that I can listen to hear the starting bell, right? I'll hear that at the correct time with no delay because there is a slight delay in my wireless headphones, I've noticed. I'm looking at getting probably a better pair of wireless phones that I could use for myself. But let me see if I can't set these up real quick for racing. Check. Check, check. Okay, there we go. So now you guys can still hear me. I believe I can still hear everybody else. I believe. And this should give me no delay. There's no delay in these because these are wired, right? I'm on a set of wired headphones, and I can take this mic out. It's not doing me any good. But yeah, my wireless ones. This is the Logitech G733 wireless headset, which I love. It's light as a feather, lasts like forever. It lasts about a day and change, like 26 hours or so, and doesn't lose any battery power, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, these Pros are a bit heavier, a little less comfortable, but they're wired, so I don't have any delay. I do have a set of earbuds, but those are wireless as well, so I'll still have a little bit of delay on those. Like Logitech touts their light speed technology and all that jazz, but you know, it's still, when you're talking about racing, every little millisecond counts. So I just can't do it anymore. If it were a different situation where we weren't so close together, you know, if we were doing like 0G racing or something, I would consider. You know what? I can't hear Discord chat. 1 second. Let me think about this for a second. This is my phone, so I want to hear... Shoot. Virtual mixer mode. There we go. Okay. Now, I should be able to hear Discord, but the stream shouldn't. Okay. Okay, we're good. All right. Hopefully that works correctly and I'm able to hear the starting bell and everything's good to go. You do this as well. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, Logitech touts their light speed tech, but you you know, it depends on how close you're able to get your wireless thing to their dongle, which I'm not always able to do. But even then, you're going to have some delay. There's always going to be some delay, which is the way wireless tech works. What's up, Justum? Cutthroat competition? I guess, yeah, I get it. The cutter, the cutlass, all cutthroat. Yeah. I have to fly this this sleepy cow around the track. I love Logitech gear in general. I'm using the Logitech vertical mouse. That's my mouse, and I'm using a Logitech Pro keyboard. Love them both. You know, the headset's great. Both of these headsets are okay. This one's just not as comfortable as the G733. It's just, I have a really big head, so it's a little bit tight. But those 733s with that like cloth strap is really nice. This isn't too bad. It's just a little, it feels heavy. It feels weighty in my head. Plus, there's no side tone. I can't hear myself, which is really irritating. Yeah, at this rate, I'm hoping to get some main events in. We got to get through the second round of qualifiers. I think I'm just going to skip mine. In fact, I got to do something else real quick. Check, check, check. Mic check. I had to set Discord up to use my nice microphone because I have the other headset off. So this is the second round of qualifiers here for the cutters at the Snake Pit. We're just waiting for everyone to get their second round in. I think I'm gonna skip mine. Basically, whoever has the fastest hot lap is gonna be first place, and so on, you know, to make our starting grid here for the main events. It's a good format, it just takes a while. For those just tuning in, this is the Cutters at the Snake Pit race. The Snake Pit Showdown Cutter Edition is the official title. Commentated by XGR over at twitch.tv/ExtremeGRacing. I am broadcasting my perspective as well. Should be a good time, should be a lot of explosions. There's those ashes for his second qualifier. Roger that, Gator. Thank you. I see the puns are alive and well, huh? I appreciate that. Sacritus and Kelsar are doing their qualifiers right now. Speedweed's joining. Can we skip me and just take my first time? Thank you. There's Sacritus going around last bite right now and wrapping up his lap. Speedweed just getting into Nino's Alley. Coming around Emerald Avenue there in the back half of the track. Followed by 3, I'll say 2.5 180 turns. Starting with close contact right there. Hugging that right side. That turn there on the inside of Nino's Alley is called Turn and Burn. That's a tough one. There's a lot of wall you could hit on the other side, so you got to take that really, really tight. And then this last turn here is called Last Bite. It's not a true 180, so you don't have to take it too tight, but Speedweed hit. Rip. There is, yeah, these geometries here are problematic for that turn, for sure. All right, so Steve is putting together the grid now. We'll be getting started here in a sec. We'll go land and save some fuel. Nice, Justin. Yeah. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. I love being able to, you know, bring some awareness to Star Citizen racing as a esport, you know. And this is the sport in action. We got lots of people here lining up for the Cutter Showdown. It's going to be a fun race. Earlier today, we did Scarlet Apex, which was amazing, over at Ansia Racing. It's a busy day today. What's up? Go fast. Oh, I'm not going to finish that. So what I've been doing with Legacy Fleet and some other orgs by request, if you're combat pilots especially, is I've been preaching the benefits of racing no matter what your profession is in Star Citizen. Whether you are a racer, combat pilot, cargo pilot, data runner, whatever. Knowing how to maximize your ship's vector and getting from A to B as fast as possible is always good. Whether you're escaping pirates or intercepting your targets or just trying to be as efficient as possible. So I open up what I call the gym on certain days of the week, into time permitting. And, this week we did combat spec Gladius and combat spec arrows. We go down to Arena Commander, you put down your best times, we race each other, and you just are practicing maximizing your ship's vectors. It's really that cut and dry. I call it the gym because you're just putting in the reps. You're getting better at what you do. So yeah, everyone's always invited to that, and I'll, just follow here, and I always post my streams on XGR's Discord as well. It's for when the gym is open.
Right on.
I love it, dude. Do you have any words of wisdom for our contestants, participants?
You know what? Take it easy. This is going to be a bit of a bloodbath. These are not small ships, so being aware of your corners and staying in your lines as much as possible. Try not to cross in front of others, try to survive at least the first lap and then worry about separation after that. That's my advice.
Brilliant, thank you. I think we've got some results posted. Let's have a look at the...
I saw Black Maze doing an impromptu interview there for the stream over on Extreme G Racing on Twitch. No, I just elected not to take it just to save time. Thanks, Justum. And Haskell, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to... Oh, hey, Strawberry, what's up? When it comes to your control scheme choice, fly what you think is fun. Hopefully you like dual sticks, but it's not necessary to be a pro racer. Yeah, I'm coming. Thanks for the follow, Awek. Sorry, I did miss part of that. I was talking to the chat. Do I have pole position? Can I take the right side? Sorry, so am I lining up right in front of you, Steve? Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so this is going to make things pretty interesting. All right, so we have a turn right off the bat. And with the staggered grid, I should be okay as long as Lagos doesn't try to immediately cut the line and takes the outside line for safety. But I have to cut this first turn extremely tight in order to stay alive here and stay in the front. It's going to be difficult. Let's see if I can get a good overhead view of what's happening here. So I don't know if the camera will let me go up that far. No, not really. But essentially, after that turn there, it's a hard right. I'd say it's like maybe a little over a 90-degree turn, like 100 degrees or something. And then goes into a giant 180 hairpin called Drifter's Paradise. I'm less worried about Drifter's Paradise because by then, hopefully, I'll have a little bit of separation. So I'm just going to be taking off, trying to stay as close to this wall as possible, and then tri-cording into the first turn, right? The first and second turns, really, for me. So what that does is if I'm a little bit too off of the wall, that opens me up to being jackknifed and rear-ended by people behind me, because I'm immediately going into a turn. I essentially have to take this turn at full speed no matter what in order for safety, right? Then, you know, if I turn too shallow, I'm going to hit that wall, bounce off of it, and I'm going to run into everybody. So I have to take it a little bit wide. It's going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. Haskell, my recommendation to you, if you have the bandwidth, would be to join XGR in the Discord and participate in one of their regular student classes. They'll literally teach you from the ground up, you know, the basics of racing. But my recommendation to you is to not start with a racing ship, to start with a starter ship. Something bigger, slower, more robust. The Aurora comes to mind, the Avenger, the Cutter, the Nomad. Start with something that has a lower top speed to keep you in check. Turn off your speed limiter, go in the decoupled, turn off G-Safe, and hit it up. You know, start with the slower ships, work your way up to the faster ships. I don't know about the Freelancer Max. That's a little bit on the big side, but any of your starter ships are really, really actually good for starting racing as well. That's my recommendation for you. You know, they're a little more robust, they're easier to control, they don't have too much speed. Because if you were to start off with something like a P-52, you're going to find out real quick that they suffer unless you're going at max speeds and know what to do. Like, they wobble out of control. They're difficult to move around. You know, but ships like starting ships usually have pretty robust thrusters in all directions. Even light fighters have more maneuverable thrusters, typically. Like something like an Arrow. Gladius is okay. Because a lot of times in racing ships, they give you a lot of power at the expense of maneuverability. Especially the meta ships right now, the Kruger ships. Like, you will suffer greatly if you don't know exactly how to turn those. So, you know, start off with slower ships, ships that have more rounded thrusters. Fighters, medium fighters even, like a Hornet is actually kind of perfect for this. Well, okay, a Hornet if it wasn't broken right now with this top speed, because that's dangerous. Maybe a Super Hornet. Because fighters typically have better maneuvering thrusters, so they can, you know, get on target easier. They typically turn and roll very fast, very accurately. Racers, not so much. Racers are very powerful and require an incredible amount of precision. Oh yeah, of course, Arena Commander is also where you want to be. We do our races in the PU just for the sake of high risk, you know. Excuse me. We're just waiting for Steve CC and Mad Cat to set up the rest of the grid. Let's see if I can get a rear cam here. See kind of what that looks like behind me. So, you know, it's a staggered start. Everyone's about, I think it was looking like about 100 meters, yeah, behind each other. And another 100 meters off to the side with 50 meters on the stagger. The Mustang is a pretty good starter, actually, Haskell, yeah. You're talking about the Mustang Alpha? You know what's cool about the Mustang Alpha as a starter to learn racing is you could graduate immediately to the Mustang Gamma, right? Same ship, just different thrusters and different weapon loadouts. So, you know, that's cool. Starting off with a Mustang to learn how to race is good. One thing I will say about the Mustang is it is pretty vulnerable to losing its wings or losing a thruster. It starts to spin out of control. So it's better in Arena Commander, you know. You gotta take it slow and make sure you're staying pretty clear of obstacles. It is a little big for a racing ship. It's just got a really wide wingspan and in awkward places, unpredictable places. Eight maids! Oh man, I'm gonna be lucky to hit like 3 of these. Oh. You guys ready? We're about to kick off main event number 1. You know what that means. You know what that means. It's Eurobeats time. Let's do it. So we're looking at 4 laps. 8 races of 4 laps each. The Carrack is probably not a great choice to start learning how to race, no. Sure. Like I said, Justum, it's really about what you find comfortable and what you find fun, because I've seen every control scheme you could possibly imagine in racing, and, you know, a lot of good racers using wild things, so. Just be comfortable, get ergonomic, because really your biggest grind to learning how to race is just spending time on the track. So the more ergonomic and comfortable you could be, the better off you're going to be. And fun. Make it something fun. Yeah, you could use an Xbox controller, definitely. 60 seconds. Here we go. $30 seconds. Here we go. It's me against all that. Oh man, that's... Oh, this is gonna be a terrifying pile of garbage. Here we go. We are slowing down the start. He's doing a demo of the beat for people who are new. Luigi asked if we could use guns. Fortunately, no. That was earlier today. Scarlet Apex. Here we go, guys. All right, hopefully I've earned a bit of separation here. Spoke too soon. Naturally, somebody's eating up that boost pretty good. It's gonna hit him later. Okay, we gotta watch this overtake here. I'm gonna wait on it. We got 4 laps. No hurry. No hurry. Got a little bit of a torque imbalance, not sure what's suffering. Doesn't feel like much, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, we got Luigi as a back marker here. Try to cut the inside here and not hit him. Oh! That must have been Luigi. Oh, it's Kelsar, okay. I think we're on the last lap now. Hard to tell though, honestly. We should be done, right? That was definitely 4 laps. We're done. Okay. Wow. Well, I guess let's go get repaired. I wonder if I was losing top speed there. You know, I have no idea what got hit. Let's back out here. I can't really tell. Doesn't look like any damage was taken, but definitely got the major torque imbalance. My camera's all screwed up. Oh god. Oh shit. Okay. There's our base. Let's go repair real quick. Oh man. Anyway. Good race. Got a nice second place off the start. That's some points on the board. Let's get our ship fixed up before heat number 2 as quickly as possible here. I cannot even tell. I lost both my back spoilers, dog. I wasn't getting the right lift on the turns is what I could, I guess, tell from that. That sucks. All right, hopefully those will come back. Only $46. Not bad. Might have to re-invite. Am I crazy? Am I missing my back fins? Doesn't this thing have back fins? Or am I thinking of the other cutter? I thought that was Lagos that hit me. Is the cutter supposed to have spoiler, like like back fins, doesn't it? I don't like not having that. Fuck. I guess, Gator. I don't have a lot of time though, that's the thing. Like, I'm leaving at 4. So... They don't repair. I know I'm gonna miss some lift from not having it. Say again? I guess, yeah. I was debating getting a new ship because I really don't like missing those back fins. But no, they don't repair. I think that's from the missing fins. Oh. I gotta just go. Yes, I always fly decoupled. I have a feeling it's going to lose a little bit of G's around 90-degree turns without them. But alas, I don't have time, so I gotta race. I'm leaving at 4, so I'm gonna try to squeeze in as many mains as I can. There's always a chance, baby. Willing to have bugs that everyone else could have. Oh yeah, I'm missing half the mains. Hey, I gotta go trick-or-treating, man. It's serious business. Yeah. I'll just say I'm Jeff Gordon so they leave me alone. Is flying coupled like wearing pants? It's for second place a little bit, yeah. Coupled is, you know, any axis you're not thrusting on thrusts against itself. It tries to stop that direction. Whereas in decoupled, the only thing that's going to stop you from moving in a direction is you. My speed is not limited to green zone. That is a glitch. My speed limiter is disabled in the settings. I could easily surpass that, and I do. Yeah, it's just a visual glitch. One of the many. Looks like I'm only going to be able to squeeze in one more main, so we'll have to just take the score we get from these two, and that'll be that. Just waiting for main number 2 to start. Race director has called 60 seconds. Here we go. We gotta do the best we can with our missing parts, but I'm not the only one, so it's just the way it is. So unfortunately, we got really used to flying in practice with our tail fins intact, but they blow off really quickly apparently, and then you cannot get them back. So you know, just Star Citizen things. So that's where we're at. I guess we'll be a little lighter for what that's worth. That's... Who knows, man? Who knows? Hopefully with the major torque imbalance gone, I'll be alright. I don't know. I definitely lost some thruster power. 30 seconds. Here we go. 4 more laps. Uh-oh, got hit from behind. Ugh. Ugh. Again, People need to stop getting so close. Alright, we got work to do now. Oh. I'm getting a short end of the stick on all of these collisions. There we go, that's more like it. Ah, just couldn't quite edge him out in time. Oh, we're not done yet. Shit. I thought that was the final lap. God. That seemed like too many laps. Alright, let's go. I could have caught him too. Darn it. Ay, ay, ay. Is that Speedweed as a back marker? What is happening here? Oh god. Oh, he's missing an engine. That'll do it. Aye. Alright. We'll take it. Unfortunately, oh, I might be able to squeeze in one more if we get on the grid real fast, but I gotta go repair, so... We're running out of time. Yeah, we're jumping off in less than 15 minutes now. Whew. Darn, I should have paid more attention. I seriously thought that was the last lap. I don't think I do have a torque and balance, yeah. Yep, second place in both so far. That's pretty good. Osash's was, I think, third or fourth place first round. Lago's DNF'd this round. He was first place last round, so that puts me in pretty good standings. But since there's 8 heats, I don't think that score is going to hold up very well, unfortunately. It's just the way that's going to be. Yeah, I'm probably going to squeeze in 3 and that's it. So. Here we go. Hell yeah. What happened was I thought the race was over. I know. I thought that was it. I was like, yeah, good job, Osash. You got first place. And then he was like, final lap. And I'm like, what do you mean? What's up, Mad Raven? Yeah, we got second twice in a row. So we got, 6 more heats to go. No, that's me forgetting to bring my gear up. Yeah. Whew. All right, we can squeeze in one more, maybe, if we start off quickly here, and then I'm out of here. Sparrow Pixel, we all packed, ready to go? I'm pretty much going to end the stream and then just jump out the door. Trick-or-treating is serious business. We got to get there on time. Hell yeah, Raven. Glad you're here. Four minutes to race start? Yeah, we could squeeze in one more. That'll be that. Am I looking forward to master modes as a racer? I'm starting to be more excited about it, yeah. I am. It remains to be seen if it's going to have the same technicality as before. Oh, but I think it's going to be good. Do I think it's going to affect it much? Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, with some of the faster meta ships that go like well over SCM speeds, that's going to slow down a lot. But for some of the good tracks like this one and Yadar Valley, that's okay. I could slow down a little bit, This is fine. I mean, it's, obviously I have this in front of me. I'm comfortable with this because it gives me that inside line. Less chance of people crossing over and taking me out right at the beginning. So it's fine. I just hope, people are staying in their lines until they have enough clearance. And it seems like the carnage isn't that bad. So it seems to be working out. Nice. Candy does cure everything. You're right. That's a tight squeeze. It's very dangerous. Okay, I'm getting ready to end the stream after this event here. We gotta get going now, though. Should have a minute to spare here. I have just enough time. All right, this is it. Last main event for me, and then I'm out of here, guys. So this, unfortunately, there's 5 more after this. You guys are going to be watching the show over at Extreme G Racing on Twitch to see who wins. Hopefully, I'll end up maybe taking 3rd place. We'll see. Thank you, Cromtech. Thanks, Tika. 1 more race, and then I'm out of here. We gotta get started, though. Killing me, Herbie. That's okay. We could take off a minute late and it'll be alright. We should have plenty of time. We're leaving with time to spare, so I had planned for this. There we go. 1 minute. Let's go. This is it. Last race. And we'll see you guys later. So after this race, I'm going to raid XGR. Get your double dogs ready for that. About 5 minutes from now. And I will see you guys later. If I don't have time to say goodbye. This is my last race of the night. There's 5 more mains left after I leave, guys. So make sure you go over to Extreme G Racing's Twitch and watch there. Thank you for the good luck. Here we go. 30 seconds.
Hello?
Got a back marker here. Ooh. Might be an injury, so we gotta watch out. This is gonna be a tricky overtake. Try to stay high. There we go. Okay. Another overtake here. Gotta be careful. We'll take the inside line, I think. Yeah, we're overhead. Here we go. Ooh, Dr. Warp. That was a little tricky there. We're gonna keep the boost on so I can get away from him. Even though it's gonna hurt our line here, he's gonna be a problem for everyone else too. Alright, let's try to get back on track here. We got one Dark Enigma in front of us. He's taking a really high line. Let's try to get on the inside. Oh, we're getting close to those obstacles. Gotta be careful. Alright, here we go. Ah! Almost done. Let's hold it together here. All right, a first place and 2 second places. We'll take it. That'll be it for me, guys. I'm going to send you off to Extreme G Racing. Thanks for watching. We'll see who wins. Probably not going to be me with 5 more main events left, but it was fun. All I wanted to do was enjoy myself after Scarlet Apex earlier, so glad you guys were here. Enjoy yourselves at Extreme G Racing. By the way, get your double dogs out. Or tell them Splint sent you if you don't have any double dogs. You can copy this text if you're a subscriber. You get your double dogs and raid. Thank you very much for being here, guys. We'll see you next time. Enjoy yourselves. Happy Halloween. And see you on the flippity flop. Toodles.